Welcome to the education video outlining the documentation of carers and person responsible in Cerner EMR. A carer is defined as a family member or friend who provides ongoing care for the patient because of disability, illness, or age. A person responsible is defined as someone who is legally able to consent to medical and dental treatments on behalf of a person who lacks the capacity to give their consent. This information can be collected at any time and should be done in consultation with the patient's clinical team. The presence of this information allows the clinical team to determine who should be contacted for clinical decision making. There is a defined hierarchy for the type of legal responsibility that has been set by the Guardianship Act. When the person responsible is recorded, the type of legal responsibility must also be documented. The term next of kin has no legal status in New South Wales for medical treatment and should not be confused with person responsible. Two new tabs have been added to the registration conversations for the completion of person responsible and carer information. Person responsible information can be collected at any time and should be done in consultation with the patient's clinical team. This information can then be entered in the conversation. First, enter the type of legal responsibility in the field. Once this is completed, the other fields will be available for completion. To change the person responsible details, clear the value in the type of legal responsibility field. This will clear the details from the fields, making them available for a new person responsible to be entered. Any information that is entered will then be available in the contact details page in PowerChart. Information related to the patient's carer can also be collected at any time. An explanation of the different options is provided in the Carer tab. This information is collected to ensure the clinical team are aware that the patient has a carer and can be contacted if necessary. If the patient is providing care to another person, it is important to collect this information to ensure that this person is being cared for whilst the patient is being treated. To enter carer information, select the appropriate value in the carer type field. The label is displayed as carer with a question mark. Enter the relevant carer details. To change carer details, clear the value in the carer type field. This will clear the details from the fields, making them available for new details to be entered. To enter details of a person the patient is a carer for, select the appropriate value in the carer type field. Enter the person details in the relevant section. To change the patient is providing care details, clear the value in the carer type field. This will clear the details from the fields, making them available for new details to be entered. The contact details end page will display the information that has been entered in the conversations. If you click on the All tab, then all contact relationships will display. The carer and person responsible contacts can easily be identified by the different coloured text, green for carer details and purple for person responsible. If you click on the Carer tab, this will display only the carer relationships. If you select the Person Responsible tab, this will display only the person responsible relationship. That concludes the video on documentation of carers and person responsible in Cerner EMR. For additional supporting documentation, please refer to the links currently displayed. Thank you for your attention.